to another episode of Greenbox Convos. It's your boy JSTLando
and your boy Marlon, just Marlon.
It's the show where we talk about. Man, I'm gonna get to him. I'm gonna get to him. It's the show where we talk about this or that, that or this. We bring you this week's headlines, and we try to keep you guys up to date with what's going on in the world. And in this week, we have our very first guest, a very special guest, my main man, Mr. Sean Brazil. What's happening, bro?
Oh, hello, Mike.
Yeah. Save the queen, my nigga.
Hey, he about to go and knock the crown off of that now that old Prince Philly did. That's it. That's his voice for when he's scheming. Catch this nigga at customs.
Y'all ready to get into these headlines?
No, let me at least be the real one here and ask everybody how their week was.
Oh, mine was it was cool, man. I got to hang with some good people, catch up.
Absolutely.
Do a lot of crazy things.
Good to see y'all boys, man. It was actually really good to see y'all boys, man. Like, definitely need to kick it a lot more in person. This Rona got to go.
Definitely.
I agree.
Rona got to kick rocks.
I concur.
How about you, Sean? How's your week, bro?
I mean, it was cool. It was real uneventful. I mean, the most I did was go see y'all and see my cousin for 10 minutes.
Yo, that shit was terrible, bro. Hey, we really got to get on, bro, about that one. That's a red flag right there, bro.
Yeah, he shot me a text this morning talking about. He sent me the location of where they're going, and it said 12 p.m. I was like what?
Like,
nigga.
But
I didn't
that's Dre,
give
man.
him a response.
Yeah, you're a different type. Definitely, I love that man, but you're a different type, bro.
Well, I know when he get lit, he just go to sleep. That's his thing. But it's like that's fine.
Man, that's all good. My week was straight. Went kind of fast. I mean, for Christ's sakes, we filming late this week, so So that's how this week went by too damn fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But without further ado, Mr. Marley, let's hit him with these headlines.
All right. First up, rest in peace, DMX. Legendary rapper died at age 50. I mean, he was in a coma for like a week on life support. So, what's your fondest DMX memories? What's your favorite songs? Tell me something positive X related.
Nigga, what's my one of my favorite DMX songs. If you don't feel the energy on that song, like you just don't do this, like the Ultimate Warrior, like you don't want to get on somebody's ass after hearing some DMX. You wasn't really a DMX fan, man. I don't know what you was listening to, but it wasn't DMX. You hear me? Oh, you decided to chime in, huh, brother?
I got off my ass.
That's what's good.
No, man, Belly, of course, is the best DMX movie he put out. Or he was in, should I say. Hands down. Nothing was better than Belly. Him and Nas, that was a feeling, bro. I watched that movie every single day.
That intro scene.
As soon as
it started, bro.
Absolutely.
All the way to the end. That, and then my favorite song, man, Slipping.
Yeah.
Bruh. You know how many people that particular song got through some tough times? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I'm slipping, I'm falling. I can't. That got so many people through some real tough times, man. I can't say it personally, but I know of some people who, as a matter of fact, I read something interesting. I think it was yesterday or the night before that actual song was used in court when DMX was going through his tax case. And they used that as evidence to show how he had it rough as an upbringing, so he could avoid jail time.
Yeah,
I was like,
I didn't know that either. That's a fun fact.
Yeah, I just read that. I think either yesterday or the day before. I was like, damn, okay. I feel like DMX is the. Oh, my fault. Go ahead, Marlon.
Nah, yeah, mine's is my favorite song probably "Get At Me, Dog" or "Who We Be." I mean, he just got so many songs.
my nigga. If you ain't feeling that, come on, man.
Exactly.
Right.
That was just like a thug's heartbeat right there. If you was a thug and you had a heartbeat, that's what your heartbeat sounded like. It was it was DMX in there. You know what I mean?
I think it's so rare when artists actually make you feel they shit. Like Pac was like that, and after Pac, like DMX was the first motherfucker, probably the only one that really truly made you feel them lyrics. Like you felt every damn word he was spitting. You know what I mean? He was hanging on to every line he's saying.
I think my favorite DMX line is, "I smacked the blood out of you twice, and that's before I started cursing." I was like, I felt that. Yep. I felt that. He'll give you two of them. He call you a motherfucker.
Like I remember many times at work, you know what I mean? Motherfucker was pissing me off, and I was just thinking like all his damn songs sometimes, like, how make me lose my mind? Like,
that's how raw DMX was.
Yeah.
White people use DMX to that song in particular to, you know what I mean, to express themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how raw it is. White people be like, y'all gonna make me use my mind up in here.
Oh yeah, it don't matter what the demographic is of the party. If that song come on, everybody's going nuts.
Absolutely. He was that man was truly a real legend, like in every sense of the word.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like how everybody has a Suge Boogeyman story. I feel like everybody has a DMX. He did this for me story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As much as Suge was the boogeyman, X was the inspiration.
Oh, don't get fucked up. He had his dark side.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we all know that it's dark in hell. It's hot as proof of that. Nigga was sitting on the album cover in blood.
Oh yeah. I mean, but I forgot what did he say? He said every time he went through something, it just made him closer to God. He always stayed in some shit. So he's close as hell to God. What he was saying, I think that's what he was saying. And I was like, okay, I feel it. Because like towards the end, you could tell he was like a very religious
man.
A very believing man.
He handed man all the way over to God.
He doing a damn concert praying like. So I mean, shit, yeah, man. Dude's an all-timer. He gonna go down as a legend. I mean, it's so fortunate that he passed like that. I didn't want to see him go out like that because I think everybody was rooting for him. But I mean, you know, sometimes them demons get to you. But all we can do really celebrate, you know, all the positive and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again, man, like I said, as many stories as there are of Suge being the boogeyman in hip hop, DMX is the complete 180 opposite of Suge. As far as like everybody has something good to say about this man. I don't think there's a lot of people in hip hop who have anything negative to say about X.
Yeah. Comparing it to Nipsey too, because like it seemed like everybody loved Nipsey. You know what I mean? He got a lot of love. Same with like DMX. Like I don't know anybody that really hated him. I know he had his little beef like with I think Ja for a minute, or you know, for a second, but like for the most part,
a hot second. It wasn't really nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing.
With Jay-Z. He was beefing with Jay-Z for a little bit. Of course, he let it go. I mean, he didn't hold on to it.
Right.
Yeah, that was the competition of hip hop. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well, actually, it was way deeper than that. But like, I mean, with Jay-Z, my favorite rapper, I didn't learn this stuff until recently. But like, I lost a lot of respect for Jay just because I didn't know that because he was on. They had signed him on. I guess not to Rockefeller. He was when he got signed on to Def Jam or who was with Dame Dash and them. Who was Dame Dash and them. But Jay had control over DMX's music and wasn't putting it out.
Oh, that's trash.
So that's why they had beef. Yeah, and that's when X started to slip into drugs and whatever else. And like start getting in trouble with the law all the time because Jay-Z was holding on to his music and not trying to put it out. So when I found
that's
that
big
out, I was
trash.
like, oh yeah, I found that out. I was like, man, that's grimy. Now, how you gonna do him like that? Of course, X bounced back. He was never the same sense, I suppose, but
True.
he still came back. I mean, in the music game, he wasn't all up there no more, but as a man, he was up.
X was like super, really, really popular. Like he didn't even get close to his ceiling. You know what I mean?
Oh no,
the man had music and movies that were actually good. You know how some rappers try to get into movies, especially in that era, and the movies ain't shit. This man was in box office smashes. Romeo Must Die, Cradle to the Grave, Belly. Help me. There you go, Exit Ones. You know what I mean? These are really, really good movies. And he carried them well. He did his job really well in those movies. I was real proud of him.
Oh yeah.
I could imagine him doing like Ice-T and transitioning to like acting really full time. Because I mean, he was a talented actor. He was good enough. He could have played like a cop or some shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So, but he had his role cut out for him as like, a thug in those movies. I mean, you believed it. You believed it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Man, rest in peace to the God, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Also, Prince Philip died the same day. Queen Elizabeth's cousin husband, died at age 99.
You said cousin husband.
Yeah, he was a cousin.
What?
I seen a meme. I seen a meme that said somebody posted a picture of Prince Philip and put "gone too soon," and then somebody put underneath, "Well, bitch, when was he supposed to go?"
No, 99, bro. He had a full life, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm asleep. Somebody said, when was he supposed to go? Like, god damn, internet is some savages, man.
Oh yeah, for real. Now, he was close to, he was about to be 100.
Yeah, that's true.
He was born what? He was born in 1921, died in 2021. He was real close.
Full ass life. They was rich as hell.
Yeah, he ain't struggled for shit. He ain't worried about nothing.
He was a royal. He was a royal his entire life. Yeah, he didn't want for none. 99 years of that. Oh yeah, bro, you're good.
You're fine.
You had enough.
Next.
Y'all niggas ain't shit, boy. Deshaun Watson. So now, new development. Got 2 criminal cases pending, maybe, depending on if the DA wants to pick them up. But 2 women have spoken out officially and identified themselves as victims of his. And now Deshaun Watson's lawyer is saying he did have sex with a couple of the massage therapists, but that it was all consensual. What do you think about these new developments? And do you think his lawyer should have probably came out earlier with that information? Because it kind of looks a little suspect. I ain't gonna lie.
Go ahead, Sean.
I feel like bitch is just trying to get paid. Whenever a superstar, whether you're NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL, UFC, I don't care what you're in, and you're in a place like that, like a massage parlor or whatever, and somebody recognizes you, you're fucking 6'8", 6'9", fucking 250. They ask you about paying, know who you are. I feel like they're gonna want a piece.
Hold on, what he was doing, he was messaging them on IG and flying them in. So he wasn't necessarily going to like a facility, but like he was like
bringing them.
Yeah, he's flying girls in.
So he bought them a ticket,
brought them
to come where he was. Where's the confusion? Like, bitch, you took the ticket and you flew here. You got off the airplane. You still had time to turn around. You got it. You came out the tarmac. You came outside. You got picked up by the limo. You got dropped off. You did the work. You did the deed. And then you get back in the limo. Go back to the airport. Get back on the airplane. Go back home and then do it again. Like, no, you had all that time. So I don't understand why these women keep turning around and flipping the script. I mean, if they didn't probably get as much as they thought they were going to get, or why they be out here trying to ruin these dudes.
So the initial defense for the defense attorney is saying, hey, look, the man usually gets around 150 massages per year to keep his quarterback football body in shape.
Right.
It's like since COVID's happened, he's not able to go to any facilities because they're closed. It is reasonable to think that the people he's contacting via Instagram are people who offer sensual massages, not just a massage therapy, but a sensual massage, right?
Right.
And it's more than reasonable to think that they had consensual sexual contact.
Mm-hmm.
That's his defense. I can believe that. I believe literally every word of it.
100%. I believe it.
If I just want a massage, though, I'm not hitting up chicks I want to smash on, IG though.
Exactly.
I'm not.
You're not going to find. I'm sorry, but you're not going to go find one of the baddest bitches you can find that do massages and say, "You want to just give me a rub down? I'll fly you out."
Yeah.
Where they do
That's
at?
my biggest thing with it. Yeah. It's like I ain't hitting up a chick through DM that's like in Atlanta, like, and I'm in Houston. Like, I could find somebody in Houston. You know what I mean? If I want to just
exactly.
Right. See, and the women knew that too, though. That's the thing. They knew they were getting themselves into. And when the offer was on the table, they took it.
See, the thing is, I'm sorry, go ahead, Marlon.
Unless you a specialist, you the best in your field, that's the only way I'm flying you in like that. But I'm not just flying in some chick that was doing it for a year. Oh yeah, your massage doing bet like nah. You think as hell. I want to smash.
Right.
Where he's going to have the biggest challenge with this whole thing is when they get in that courtroom and those tears start flowing and they do that fake crying shake shit. I can't even believe that shit. That's where it's going to because the jury's going to fall for it every time.
In this situation, they should have to take a lie detector test every time. Like, what took you so long to come out and say something? If you were really hurt, why don't you say something that day? Why don't you show up at a police station crying and in tears that night?
Right.
Why you gonna wait until somebody says something, then me too? No.
Especially
every one of y'all sit down lie detector test.
Especially while we're in the prime of the Me Too movement, we've had very high profile celebrities with the same type of charge. Yet you know what the deal is. You're allowed to speak out immediately. No one's going to not believe you if something wrong happened immediately. You know what I mean? They're going to take up for you right then and there. Don't wait until, this person says something. This person will, you know what? These bitches is getting paid. Let me get on in there too.
Exactly.
That's what this really is.
Money?
And
dough? Oh, yeah, no.
I want to know. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I just want to know the first one who said he did something inappropriate, because that's the one I want to know. How long did it take you, to
come forward and say that he did something inappropriate, that she violated?
And then you go back and start, contact, because I believe that person reached out and was like, hey, did you do this with ft.Sean? Did he do this? And, planting seeds.
Yeah.
Saying that type
money
of
ran out and they needed another way to re-up. And he was switching it up. He wasn't going back to the same ones, and they mad. Like, get out of here, man.
And with me personally, like, I'm not gonna say, oh, he's 100% innocent, because I'm not gonna put it past anybody. Because Darren Sharper was out here raping chicks, and he didn't have to do shit. Sean Merriman was out here raping people, but it's like when you have that number of people, it's like I don't believe that this dude was in the NFL being like the leading passer, and he was just raping chicks like left and right. You know what I mean? It's like.
Yeah.
Like, come on, some of y'all bullshit. It's like we need to get to the real accusations. Like these ones that are criminal, it's like, okay, my attention are on those two. I'm not worried about all these civil cases because it's like it's just bullshit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I heard some of them were talking about that he just, while he was laying down, whatever, he would grab or grope their ass as they walked past or something like that or whatever. I'm like, okay, I can see that being true. But whatever happened after that, I mean, that was all up to the female at that point. If she was with it, she was with it.
And hearing from hearing from the experienced massage therapist, it sounds like experienced massage therapists, they know how to de-escalate situations. So
Absolutely.
some seem inappropriate. They speaking up off rip instead of like, hey, before I touch you, you need to get a bigger towel or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Exactly. They just chicks that are like, you know what I mean? I'm not even sure they licensed. You know what I mean? Like you just getting chicks off of Instagram to give you a massage, like, bro, like, and that's where it's kind of his fault because it's like, bro, you got to be smarter than this. Even if you're innocent,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Put yourself in a situation where it's like random chicks can make accusations.
Yeah, you're under a spotlight. Always.
And he didn't have that's another thing. He didn't have no type of protection for himself against these kind of claims. He didn't try to say, hey, no NDAs. He didn't have him sign an NDA. He didn't tell him. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe more than likely he didn't.
Do they have copies of the messages?
Yeah, where's their responses to the messages? I've never seen their responses.
The way the
reaching out,
or the way the prosecution, like, or the lawyer representing the women is presenting them, it's kind of like not in full context. So you know what I mean? Like you don't know what exactly they're talking about, but it looks bad because you know they got a section of text messages like, oh, maybe that nigga did do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But that's the prosecution's.
So they doing, they playing pretty dirty. But I mean, that's what you're supposed to do as a lawyer.
Yeah, you're not supposed to play clean. You're supposed to win your case.
Yeah,
and that's what a lot of people in this case are watching this case don't understand. It's not so much anymore about whether he did or he didn't. It's more like who can prove more their case that he didn't, or prove more their case that he did. We all know these females is on some bullshit. But now they got, now it's up to the lawyers to fight it out. This is what lawyers get paid to do, to say, yes, he did or no, he didn't. But the truth is, he ain't do shit, really. Out of the IG realm. For sure. What else we got, Mr. Marley?
All right, moving on. Your boy Paul Pierce lost his job at ESPN after being on IG Live with the blood in the mouth, getting a massage, strippers in the background, playing poker.
Man, he had his retirement party live. That's all.
Yeah,
that's
he
all.
said, I retired. I'm done. I'm out. I mean, he had the longest career on ESPN, I believe. No, one of them. He's right up there with everybody else. I mean, he played basketball forever. Then he broadcasted. He's like, you know what? I'm done, bro. He went out like a G.
I mean, if that was his plan.
I mean, he didn't need the money, but he lost 1.5 mil a year. Like they were paying him 1.5.
That's good money right there too. Well, I tell you.
I don't know, man. That is a lot of money.
He just, he was just living his life, man. Like, how many niggas wish that they was in that room with that dude? You know what I mean? How many people was watching that live like, man, Paul in there turning up. I wish I was in there.
Where was his friends though?
To try to stop him?
Yeah. Because it's like, okay,
right circle.
It's like if I seen one of y'all and y'all was in a compromised position, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna go, hey, bro, nah, cut that shit, nigga. What are you doing? Like, I don't want to see y'all lose y'all money. You feel me? Like,
right.
But his people just let him film it. He was on there for a minute. It was just like,
I was like, okay, Lil Boozy 2.0. He trying to resurrect Boozy career up in this party, man. Channeling the spirit of Lil Boozy up in this bit. Put your pussy on the phone live. I'll give you $1,000.
I thought it was kind of corny. Because it's like, bro, Paul, nigga, you damn near like late 30s, early 40s. My nigga, you look corny. You look like one of these 19-year-old dudes.
Oh, in his 40s.
Yeah.
All in his 40s.
Up here flashing, trying to, look like you ball. Like that's corny.
That was when you think about it. For his age, man, that's a cornball move.
Yeah.
That was some trick shit.
Yeah,
He
so
looked
like,
like he
I,
was
I
tricking.
bullshit you not. There's probably somebody on there. Okay, Paul, we see you, brother. Do your thing. Yeah, and all this. Goof
that
ass
shit
It's
nigga.
helped him.
probably them little ass girls around him talked him into going on live. He probably didn't even know how to go
Golly.
live.
For real.
Shit, man. But hey, whatever his next endeavor is, probably getting to the big three. Think he's gonna do something with them, but
He wasn't that good as a commentator anyway. So like, I'm not
facts.
tripping
Because it's like
about
100 of
like
them.
And he was saying
him
some
getting
suspect
fired.
shit as a commentator too.
Yeah, so it's just like, all right, like they didn't lose much. It's just like they don't
Right.
have to pay that nigga no more.
Like when what he say about Joel Embiid? He's like, I'm tired of getting the little pieces of him. I want the whole load. Pause. Pause. You know what I mean? So, you know, he won't be missed in the booth. Just, you know.
Nah. All right, next up.
Real quick, side note. That shit that Charles Barkley said when he came back to the team. It was like, he was picking up that shit. He was like, Chuck, what you doing over there? I was all picking up y'all rings from when we was gone. Cause
y'all messed up the show.
Hey, he was killing them, man. Hey, shout out to Chuck, man. He always got something smart to say, man.
And that's the thing. Like, Paul wasn't like, on ESPN, Paul, he wasn't a main guy like Chuck is on NBA on TNT. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's tuning in to see Paul. So, like, I don't know why niggas is defending Paul. Like, oh my God, y'all gonna do that to him? Like, all right, bet. Like,
yeah, we're gonna do that to him.
Out of you.
All right, but moving on. I just had to throw that in there real quick.
All right, next, your boy Nick Cannon finally bouncing back from those anti-Semitic remarks. Finally got his show back. Got a couple of jobs back. Having twins, yeah. This nigga need to get a vasectomy.
But that's the thing. He don't really have to. He got the money to support however many children he gonna have. That man gonna be off.
When you lose a bag, you feel it.
True. Very true. The only man that really needed a vasectomy was definitely Antonio Cromartie. That nigga. Oh my God. He actually got one and still had babies.
Yeah.
No way.
Had twins.
Yeah, he had twins. Yo, that man couldn't.
I would have sued that doctor.
The cornerback was the only back he ever had because he couldn't pull out. He couldn't back up for nothing. That nigga's back pedal was trash.
He was destined. He was the chosen one. Fuck it.
Well, I guess, man. But yeah, man. Shouts out to Nick Cannon, man. Southeast stand up. A lot of people like to give Nick Cannon shit because he ain't really from the Southeast. The nigga, where the fuck he from? Shit, shut up.
Yeah, he is. I mean, that's where he grew up. That's where he grew up. He went to Monte Vista. He lived right there in Bay Vista. He wasn't gang banging, so.
Oh, so he's not from the Southeast because he's not gang banging.
He wasn't banging, and he made some of himself. Man. Yeah, he wasn't
some real characters out there.
Yeah, he wasn't he wasn't no gangbanger. He wasn't really a rapper.
He was just funny, dude.
He kept his head up, and made it happen. He's successful. Like, you can't hate on that.
You really can't. I think where they really try to hate on him is when he come back and act like he's from the South. And that's
he better not be doing that.
Yeah, he be putting on. Yeah, he be putting on a little bit.
But it's like, okay, if you're gonna hate him or give him shit about it, what about your homie who ain't successful that just went to the Vegas because he snitched and came back? Now he all right, come on, talk about that. No, we all right.
But Mitchie Slick gets all the love. Well, I guess because he's still in the trenches.
He just put on every chance he get. That's why. Mitch don't never go a song without mentioning, the city. So we always gonna have respect for Mitch, no matter what he do. Really, he put on for everybody. Really.
But Mitch is actually from Lincoln Park for real.
Yeah.
I mean, he was yeah. I mean, he lived there and he was banging the set at the same time. He was putting in work, but I guess that's where it gets mixed up with Nick because he lived there, but he wasn't out putting in work. Yeah, he was going to school on the school bus, come home, did his homework.
What's this sometime he's lately though? Because he's been talking about, oh yeah, I'm from Charlotte too. Like, nigga, word? You from North Carolina now?
He's from where? What?
He been saying,
oh no,
I'm from North Carolina too. I went to this, and that. Like, really, bro?
Drumline done got to his head, I guess.
Atlanta A&U.
That big ass
Atlanta A&T
for Charlotte, huh?
Yeah.
Like, all right. Yeah, he been sometiming. But like the thing about him getting canceled earlier, I wasn't feeling how we kind of hung him out to dry a little bit. Like, it's like niggas was expecting him to like sacrifice himself for the cause, you know, and I think that's kind of unfair. Like, if a motherfucker's willing to do that shit, hey, more power to you. But like, at the end of the day, my dude's got to feed all them damn kids and all that. So for him, they want him to be like extra woke and like fall on that sword for all of it. It's like, bro, like, come on, man. Come on. That's kind of unfair to me. I thought that was like, we kind of abandoned him when he started apologizing. Niggas started turning their backs on him. And it's like, bro,
that's where they like
all the shit he been doing, like, you know what I mean? And now y'all want to turn your backs on him just because he's saying sorry?
Yeah.
Look,
it's cold.
They always say if you don't kiss a little ass, if you don't kiss no ass, you're doomed to be unsuccessful. I don't follow that because I don't kiss ass, but I'm not saying I'm going to be unsuccessful, but I can definitely feel the pressure of that. You know what I mean? Saying sorry is just that. I mean, it shouldn't be taken as that. You know,
like,
but that's
like
what
when he did,
motherfuckers
it wasn't
thinking.
kissing ass though. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. But that's what motherfuckers are thinking. They're thinking, oh, he said sorry. He just kissing up to the white man. He just kissing their ass. No, that's not exactly what's going on here, people. Like, let's be logical about this. Those people he said sorry to pay this man a lot of motherfucking money. You know what I mean? More than we'll ever see, more than we'll ever know. You know what I mean? So if I gotta say sorry to keep that bag coming, keep that bag coming, I'll say sorry.
Sorry.
20+ year career, y'all just expect this nigga to throw shit out. Like, everyone niggas like Chappelle that eventually rebounded after that. Like, Chappelle was gone for 10 fucking years, bro. It worked out in the end, but it could have happened where he didn't make any more money after that. And it's like, bro, like, I'm all for it, but it's like, we can't be like telling people what to do with their money and shit. Like,
right.
Motherfuckers love to tell you what to do with your money.
Yeah.
It's the same shit as that. Oh, y'all get that stimulus and y'all gonna just buy, crab wing or crab legs and hot wings and shit. You need to take that money and invest it in some businesses. Shut the fuck up. Now, ASAP. Don't do that. A lot of people ain't built to go run a business. A lot of people ain't built to go invest in something. A lot of people just need that money to relax. A lot of people need that money to catch up on their bills. A lot of people needed that money to just be happy again. You don't need to tell them,
plus it wasn't large enough. Yeah, it wasn't enough money to be invested anyway.
Depending on what you invested in, but yeah, what you say.
I mean, you know what I mean? To get a return on it, you're gonna need more than $1,400. And I'm pretty sure, like you said, you got bills and other things. So really, you're gonna have an extra $200 sitting there. You're gonna invest that to get what? That's not even enough to get a share.
Not exactly major, no.
Yeah, that's lucrative. It's not even enough to get a share. So,
but I just get frustrated when I keep seeing posts like that. Oh, maybe I'm just built different because I did this. Who gives a fuck what you did? Good for you, nigga.
I mean, good for you. Exactly. Good for you. Congratulations. Pat yourself on
the game is to be sold, not told, nigga. You know what I mean? Sell your secret. Don't just tell
your time. Yeah, it was time for you to do it. It's not my time yet. It's not his time yet. He'll get there.
I'm never gonna judge a dude who's got bills to pay and kids to feed, and he just, you know what I mean? I judge him if he sent that money to some business that probably gonna fail versus feeding his kids or paying his bills so his kids have somewhere to live. Fuck out of here, bro.
Yep.
So like I think if we actually supported like Black platforms and like really threw in our money as a community more, he could have walked away from that deal and said, yeah, fuck that. Like, I ain't apologizing for shit or whatnot, but like, motherfuckers talk a good game, like, some of these hotel niggas, but it's like, what are you doing to organize us and, you know what I mean, get us in there together? So, I mean, I see it both ways.
Diddy reached out and was like, "Fuck it, bring the show to Revolt TV." Problem with that is Diddy don't have a good reputation still in the entertainment industry. You know what I mean? Nope. So I understand why Nick was like, I mean, I love you, Diddy, but you know what I mean, stay over there, bro.
Diddy barely provided for the motherfuckers already on Revolt. Like, you know what I mean? So
you see what I mean? So you're gonna go to the row. Marlon, you hear me? I'm gonna convert you. You going to the row, man. You're gonna end up picking the row.
But yeah, shout out to Nick. I mean, hopefully he does his thing and uses his platform in other ways to kind of help affect change. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And last headline: Kid Cudi wore a dress on SNL to pay tribute to Kurt Cobain during Suicide Awareness Week. What are your thoughts on him wearing a dress? Because I mean, there's multiple ways you could kind of pay tribute to, your hero. You could do a song or
tell you
wear a T-shirt or something.
Watched SNL, Chappelle hosted, and I only watched it just because Chappelle was hosting. Other than that, I ain't watched SNL since maybe Will Ferrell and them time. So I didn't even know this happened.
Well, you need to go back and watch. You got to watch when Eddie Murphy was hosting recently, like I think last Thanksgiving or something.
I heard about
2 Thanksgivings ago. It was amazing.
And he brought back Mr. Rogers or Mr. Robinson's neighborhood.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that on YouTube though.
Yeah, but I mean, back to Kid Cudi. I think what he did, it's honorable in my eyes. I mean, he paid tribute to someone, but no fear. I mean, like, I can't be mad at him for it. I mean, a lot of people don't understand because I feel like it's a lot of young cats don't even know who Kurt Cobain is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's true.
they just saw a dude on TV wearing a dress. They're like, who? What? Huh? But it was for a cause. And I mean, I think that's very noble of him to go on there and do it when he had a smile on his face the whole time. So I mean, I have nothing bad to say about him doing that.
I slightly disagree. And I'm not saying he wasn't honoring them, but like it's just like I think in the end, some of these people do certain things for shock value. Because like obviously people are talking about it now, like it was trending because he was wearing a dress and it's big now. But like if I was trying to honor Prince and I wore assless chaps, would that be honoring Prince? You feel me? Like it's like same shit. It's like there's other ways that you could honor Cobain. Like
Kurt Cobain was known for wearing a dress.
I mean, that wasn't his only staple. I mean, like, yeah, he wore dresses in a couple of performances. That's rock and roll shit. Like they wild. You know what I mean? Same with Prince.
The rock star.
Prince was doing some wild shit, and he wore assless chaps. If I wore assless chaps to perform and try to pay tribute to Prince, I mean, is that just a strictly performance, and is that honorable then still? Like,
I mean,
are you performing Prince songs though?
No fear.
No, are you performing Prince songs when you're doing this? Wearing the assless chaps.
I'm rocking my shit, and I got assless chaps on, my nigga. Like, so imagine 50 Cent paying tribute to Prince, but he wearing assless chaps, singing in the club.
I'm good.
No,
I'm sorry. Because with me, it's about being genuine. Like, all right, you saying you honoring your man. Like, I mean, I just think motherfuckers just do it. I don't think he was that genuine in it, wearing that dress.
Wasn't he singing a Kurt Cobain song?
I didn't see the performance all the way, man, honestly.
Because if he was on there doing like Day and Night or something like that in a dress, okay, we got a problem. But if he went on there dressed like Kurt Cobain, sang a Kurt Cobain song during Suicide Awareness, he checked all the boxes.
That's the only way that gets a pass from me, honestly.
Why not just wear a flannel?
So we gonna
you feel me?
That's true too.
You singing the song already? That's paid tribute right there. Like,
I mean, I get where you're coming from though, because now that I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, he really didn't have to wear no fucking dress.
And it's like,
This is
why
also
did you
true.
really wear it? Because like it's coming off as, oh, attention seeing this is something that they're gonna talk about type shit. And with that
like
shit,
he
I'm not
he
cool with
needed the
that.
clout. Yeah, he needed to something needed to bring him back to relevance because I haven't heard nothing about Kid Cudi since, meaning forever.
Yeah, like
Until
he's
the,
dropped albums, but like, yeah, it ain't
yeah,
been
I
like
didn't.
that.
To be honest, I didn't even think anybody knew who Kid Cudi was anymore. Like he wasn't famous enough to be on SNL. You know
Oh
what I mean?
no,
Since
they
his,
love him.
Me either.
I mean,
They love
I
him.
just I haven't followed his career like that. The last thing I knew is he was one of the first people, and I respect him for it, to open up about black male depression. He came out, I'm depressed, and this, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, that's honorable. But after that, that was the last I really heard of him. I mean, I knew he was in there, doing studio projects and whatnot, but nothing. His Day and Night was his best song, and I listened to something else, and it wasn't for me. I was like, maybe he's just that, and I was cool off it, so I didn't really follow him like that. For him to just come out and address though, just live your truth, bro.
Yeah, because like, was it for Kurt or was it for him trying to revitalize his own career?
Right?
Or
exactly.
Like, what is he trying to do?
Just live your truth, man. If that's what you're trying to go through, that's why you dress, because you want to wear dresses.
Because the next performance, he wore the green sweater that Cobain was wearing on his Unplugged performance. So I mean, you honored him that way already. So now you just come out in the dress, like, okay, bro, like.
You're reaching.
How about
You're
this?
reaching.
How about
now.
this?
He's reaching.
Was the dress at least one of the ones that Kurt wore?
It had a similar pattern to one of the more famous pictures that he wore. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the one Kurt was wearing looked like more like a long ass flowery shirt.
Yeah, like a moo-moo.
Yeah, it had like long sleeves. Yeah, it was like. But Kid Cudi had the spaghetti straps.
Oh no!
All tight around his chest, shoulders
out.
No! It was a bit reach. It was reaching.
All right, expect a feature with Lil Nas X.
All right.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna do it, make sure it's for the right reasons. And I'm hoping he ain't doing it for attention, because I mean that's silly to me, bro.
Right.
Not only is it silly, it's not necessary. From what you guys are saying, he's got a nice size following already, so it doesn't seem like it's necessary.
And like I don't think like people are like giving him like kudos for being brave. I'm like, it's a fucking dress, bro. Like it's nothing, dog. Like calm down. Like if he was honoring him, that's cool, but like don't make it seem like it's more than it is. Like
right.
But hey.
For sure. All right, man.
All right, that's it for headlines. Y'all want to get into this or that?
Let's do it.
All right. This or that. Martin sitcom or Wayans Brothers? Which one y'all rolling with?
Look, man. I'm gonna let y'all go first. I still can't make up my mind because
that's not fair.
Exactly. It's so good. Both sitcoms were excellently written, excellently acted out, phenomenal cast on each of the sitcoms. They ran for a similar amount of years, each like seasons, I should say. What really can you say negative about either sitcom? It's tough.
Martin fell off at last season because they wasn't filming
that's because he was going for that bullshit.
That affected the show. So I mean, that was a bad season.
Okay.
I'd probably go Wayans Brothers, honestly. And don't get me wrong, like Martin was classic and he was amazing, but like I feel like there was just the cast and more characters on Wayans Brothers than there was Martin, because Martin was playing everything. Like, yeah, he had his characters, but outside of that, like, yeah, Cole and them are funny and shit, but I mean, it's mostly Martin playing characters, really.
What you talking about, Mad Dog?
But those are some classic ass characters.
True. Shit. I still can't choose because I'm in it more for what actually made me out loud laugh. Because you know how you just watching something and something funny happens you and it's funny to you, but you just go, yes. I'm talking about that. And right now the Wayans Brothers are winning, but not because of them, but because of John Witherspoon.
Yeah.
To this day, I had no clue until like maybe a little bit before he passed that how much of my mannerisms and language I stole from this man on accident. When I'd be like, thank you kindly, help me please, all that. I stole from this and I had no clue. Until the reason I'm like, oh shit, I'm a young pops. You know what I mean? I think because of that, I'd have to go Wayne's Brothers. I'd have to. And it's by the narrowest of margins. Because don't get me wrong, Stan, aka Garrett Moore, is giving his flowers while he's here. That's my man. Hilarious on Martin while he was on it. You know, I mean, I loved his character on Martin.
Okay.
It's close.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be close. But I gotta give it to the Wayans brothers too.
Damn. I
have to. Just because, like, for me, it's because who wrote it? Who was writing everything? Not their older brother.
Keenan.
That man, he's a genius.
Yeah.
He's a genius. He was writing that. He was writing movies. He was in all kinds of stuff all at the same time and keeping it funny, keeping it fresh.
Yeah. To be honest, I would love to see his creative process.
Yeah, for him to be able to be doing all that stuff at one time, and he was writing stuff for his sisters.
Yeah.
He was doing all kinds of stuff. And he kept it all in the family too, kept the family in there and made sure that people around him stayed eating. So for that, I gotta give it to the Wayans brothers for sure. Don't get it fucked up. Martin's funny.
Martin is hilarious. I mean, look, man, everybody know probably one of the funniest. There's another thing about Martin before I get to the funniest scene. It was kind of, for me, the first sitcom that shows how African Americans in their 20s or their 20-somethings behave, interact. You know what I mean? They're worried about their careers, their relationships, their this, their that. Whereas before, the most positive, I mean, was the Cosby Show. And that wasn't showing, you know what I mean, African American single people. That was showing family shit. You know what I mean? We wanted to see how the people are really getting down, and Martin brought that to us.
Plus he influenced like that whole era. Like my parents are, you know, in their 20s, and my dad's watching Martin. My dad was dressing just like him. You know, he showed a nigga how to be fresh. He showed you how to step out the house.
Yeah, right. Especially when Martin got all when he got all did up, he had some suits. Then with no tie on the suit, just, you know, I mean, the dress downs, whatever he had, he was fresh. Man had the J's, kept a fresh cut. You know what I mean? He could hoop. He was staying active. He had the gym episode, and it was, you know what I mean, staying in shape. He was doing it all, man. Plus, and he had the college sweaters.
Yep.
The HBCU sweaters, not just college, but HBCU sweaters.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So, man, like I said, by the slimmest, and I mean these slimmest of margins, they can literally go back to Martin, but because it's John Witherspoon, that's what pushes me to the Wayans brothers.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's literally what just did the tip.
Oh yeah, the tip. All right, next up, talking about relationships. Would you rather date a young single mother with a small child, or would you rather date an older one with grown kids?
Did both. Doing one right now, and I think it's all about your mindset when you get with the woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're getting with a mother with a young mother with a small child, you got to kind of have that mindset in some way, shape, or form. You're responsible for this child. You know what I mean? They're going to look at you as the role model, as, you know, a father figure, whether you want them to or not, because you're dealing with their mother. Whether you want them to or not, that's who you are. Whether you realize it or not, that's who you are. Whereas if you're dealing with a female with grown kids, you know what you're there for. You know what I mean? She's not asking you to do nothing else other than, you know, take care of her the way she wants to be taken care of. She's not asking you to be daddy. She's not asking you to, you know what I mean, do any of the fatherly shit. They're good. They're out the house, or they don't need you as far as what you think they would need you for. They don't.
Yeah.
So I prefer at that point whatever my mindset is at. And right now it's the young girl or the young woman with small kids.
All right.
Okay.
Here,
Though.
I think currently in my life right now, I'd probably prefer the older woman with grown kids because, like, right now I'm just not ready to be raising some kids, man. Like,
in your auntie chasing ass.
hey, that too, motherfucker. Like,
always chasing down somebody auntie.
I'm trying to have that freedom and flexibility. You feel me? There's a little bit more of that. Like, you kind of got to be a little bit more straight up and serious with a woman with children, like younger children. You can't bullshit them, bro. Like, they got to consider their kid and all that shit. And right now, like, it'd be a disservice if I tried to, get with this young chick with a young child and she expected me to be a certain way. And it's like, nah, I'm good. I want to, do my shit on my own and, be freer than that. But nothing wrong with young chicks. Nothing wrong with single mothers either. But, like, just currently right now, yeah, going with the older woman.
Sean, you got to answer careful because your lady can hear you. So go ahead.
No, I don't. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Well, because of course, I don't have to choose that because I'm already in a situation.
Yeah.
But I think both of y'all touched on it. It's like basically you gotta, as a man, you gotta figure out how. If it's not for you, don't do it. If a young woman got a young kid, that's responsibility.
Absolutely.
If you really about to date this woman, take her seriously and actually be with her for a long time, and she got a young kid. Oh yeah, you're taking on a lot of responsibility there, buddy. You're about to be basically going to become a father. So if you can't handle that, don't do it to her or that kid.
Yeah,
exactly. Because you're not only responsible for one life, your own. You're responsible for 3 lives, her and her child.
Yeah,
in some way, shape, or form. I'm not saying directly, you know what I mean? So, and then, understand that she's going to have, all kinds of other things that don't involve you whatsoever. You got to have the patience for that. You cannot be, some type of clingy dude or needy dude because you're not going to make it. Just move on.
Yeah, if you ain't built for it, don't take it on.
That's it, man.
You're gonna fuck that little kid up. You're gonna fuck her up. You're gonna fuck that whole relationship up. And then if you can't handle it, go ahead, get with that older woman with the grown child. I hope you can fight because they ain't gonna fuck with you fuck with their mama either.
Exactly. You got one time. What Chappelle said, I wish we'd have beat OJ up the first time he beat up my sister with a real orange juice out of that. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
Then there's also the flip side, though. Because, like, I don't want to get attached to a kid, and then you break up, and then the mom's like, nah, fuck that. And then the little kid, you abandon them, like, it's like, man, come on, bro.
And that's gonna fuck with you. And if you're a solid nigga, that's gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be okay.
Part will
so
fuck
that's
with
another
you.
thing. Yeah, that's another thing you gotta ask yourself. Are you ready for that separation if it came? Not by not by choice. You still, you love the kid, you fuck with the kid, you help you raise the kid, but y'all just didn't work out. So now you lost both of them. Can you handle that?
Yeah.
Can you walk away from that? And it's a lot to think about. I couldn't do it. Like my girl, she did it with me, but that's probably why I try a little harder, like to not lose her. Cause like if we break up, that's my 2 kids and me, and she loves my kids. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot for her to lose. And then plus we're having one now of our own. So that'd be hella mixed. It'd be hella messy.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's real talk. So I guess we all in agreement here. There's 2 answers to this. I think we all in agreement that there's 2 answers to this. There's not one definite.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
For sure.
It all boils down to it's your mindset. It's your mindset.
That's what I think.
Where you are in your life. Can you handle it? Can you not? You gotta sit down and ask yourself some questions.
Right.
Definitely.
And if you ain't going, you just want to fuck, just fuck, but let it be known.
That part. More communication. More fucking communication. Stop being. The worst they can say is no, y'all. I don't care if she say ill with the no. The worst she said was no.
Yeah, that's what I'll give it to Andre on that. He'll just say it. He'll get slapped all in the face. He don't care. He just say it.
He don't give. I've seen this man machine gun his way through a club one time. So somebody said yes. Somebody was gonna say yes, goddamn it. He knew it.
Honesty really is the best policy, bro. Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah, but with them and yourself.
Oh yeah.
Don't lie to yourself. I can do this. I could be a set day. I got this, no problem. Nope. Later in the morning, first thing, they jumping on the bed. You mad? Yep. You can't do it.
It's not for you, brother.
It's not for you, my brother.
All right, next up. Which this or that? Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon?
Cartoon Network.
Before you choose, because hold on, I knew you was gonna say that, but before you choose, weigh out your options, man.
Nope. Cartoon Network.
All right. Elaborate. What gives them the edge over Nickelodeon for you?
You got Johnny Bravo. You got Dexter's Lab. You got Codename Kid Next Door. You got Courage the Cowardly Dog. Bravo. You got Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Samurai Jack. Like, what do you mean? Cow and Chicken?
Cow and Chicken was.
And trust me, I agree with you, but with all of that, you're going to lead off with Johnny Bravo. Probably the weakest of the lineup.
You are full of it. You think that. Hold on,
what
am I doing?
You want this Elvis wannabe on your TV screen?
I mean, for me as a kid, hell yeah.
Well, fuck out of here. Over. You can't do. What was it?
Mama. He didn't have no fear. He was getting at all the females.
Oh, that's what it is. You don't need pants for the victory dance because Baboon's better than Weasel. IR Baboon, Big Star Cartoon. Oh, damn, Weasel. Come on, man. But that's how
Johnny Bravo.
Try. Nickelodeon had Rugrats, SpongeBob, Rocket Power, as told by Ginger, Real Monsters. Shit, you made me lose my train of thought. Angry Beavers. For those who enjoyed it, I certainly. They had Cat Dog, Chalk Zone. Let's not forget Nick Jr. because some of them shows was slapping. Let's not be liars around here. The Busy World of Rich and Scary had your boy on them sick days at home before Price is Right came on. Busy World of Rich and Scary, man, all day.
Yeah, but you can't forget about Toonami.
And that's the tipping point for Cartoon Network for me. Let's keep it real. The anime that they brought.
Yeah,
Gundam, Dragon Ball. I'm not gonna say I liked them, but they were there. Code Lyoko, Reboot, Inuyasha, Big O, Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah, you remember Fooly Cooly? Fooly.
Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop, all of that. Samurai Champloo, all of that. Toonami. Cartoon Network by a mile for me, but it's because they added on that anime that exposed me to a different world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What Adult Swim? Is that Cartoon Network too?
Yes, sir.
Adult Swim. You got your Family Guy, your Futurama, your King of the Hill. You got your Robot Chicken. You got your what is it, Metalocalypse or something like that?
Yep. Then what is it? Was it Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Rick and Morty, which is going hard as hell right now.
Yep.
I mean,
always will be.
But let's be fair to Nickelodeon. They had Nick at Night. You had your Fresh Prince, your George Lopez, Friends. Everybody Hates Chris. I'm getting there. Don't worry about it.
The live action shit, like Are You Afraid of the Dark? Adventures of
Carissa Explains It All. The Secret World of Alex Mack.
Salute Your Shorts.
Salute Your Short.
Double Dare.
All that. The show, all that.
Nigga,
Keenan and Kel.
What are we doing? You know what I mean? So Snick, Saturday Night Nick, Snick it was lit.
Yeah.
So let me set a scene for y'all. It's Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Let's say 10 a.m. on this channel, which is Cartoon Network. You got Cartoon, which I believe was Dexter's Lab. And over here, you got the Rugrats on Nickelodeon. What are you watching?
Dex.
Nickelodeon.
I'm watching Dexter's Lab.
Nickelodeon.
You watching the Rugrats?
I'm watching. I'm watching Dexter's Lab, 100%.
I'm on the I'm on the Cartoon Network, bro.
Because
it
had that variety. Like, even when you were a young kid, it had all the cartoons and shit. But then it went into the live action shit as you got older, and you were still watching Nickelodeon because they still had the show to cater to you.
True.
Coming up, depending on how your parents was, probably couldn't watch Adult Swim. You feel me? Like, so you didn't get
That's why it came on when they was asleep.
Exactly. Whereas Nickelodeon, I can watch all them days.
But remember, the WB back then was popping too.
Whoa. I was just about to mention that, and I think I want to save that one for another episode, because the WB versus Fox Kids, we definitely got to touch on that one.
Right.
Be looking out for that one, y'all. We definitely gonna touch on that one. On God and Game, touching on that, because that one is a real smackdown right there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Street Sharks. Oh man.
Oh, Double Dragon. Say less. Say fucking less. Oh. All right, Marlon. It looks like the Cartoon Networks have it on that one.
Yeah,
come ass Nickelodeon.
All right. All right. Would you rather have $5,000 every time you check your account, or would you rather have 10 million after 3 years? So with the 5,000, it replenishes. So if I buy like $1 drink, I'm gonna get that dollar back next time I check my account. It's gonna be $5,000 for the rest of your life, or if you're gonna have $10 million after 3 years.
And then you go back to whatever you was doing. Right.
Yes.
The smart nigga in me says take that 5Gs and just, keep blowing it. It's gonna be there regardless.
Pulling it out and putting it towards something, and then check my account and get it back. Check my account and get it back. Like, it won't seem like you have a lot of money, but you got a lot.
But here's the thing.
Not money, but
when you, let's say you're trying to do something to, just on some slick shit, like you try to take it out and go put it in a different account. And does that account always look like 5,000 no matter what you do?
No, just the original account. So if I take $5,000 out, put it in the other account, that's 5,000. I'll take another 5,000, that's 10. So it adds up.
Okay. So you can just keep stacking it.
Yeah.
You can stack it somewhere else. Yeah, I'm taking that 5Gs. Because 10 million, that'll run out.
But you get it over 3 years though.
Because how often does it replenish though? Is it immediately?
No. So what, the 5Gs? Every time you check your account, you take out the 5Gs. Man, I just took out $5,000. Am I sure? Check that account. $5,000. That type of thing.
Okay, see, if I did that for 8 hours a day, I'll have 10 mil in a week.
The limitation is like you don't have the upfront money necessarily, like say to buy like a crazy big house. But
you gotta save up some.
You could stack it, over a few days and weeks and come up with something. You feel me?
Yeah, but you'll never really have over 5. Well, you would have over 5. If I'm pulling out the cash and I'm just stacking it up.
It seems like a lot of busy work, honestly. Yeah, it's a lot of busy work, but
10. You just sit on the ATM machine. When I want to run out, go to the next one. Yeah.
It's freedom because like 10 million, I get 10 million. I'm trying not to go broke again. So I'm thinking like,
exactly.
All right, what can I do to keep making money? What can I do to do this, and that? Whereas 5,000, your limit. There's freedom. Like you're not buying everyday purchases that are like $5,000. Typically. Right. So it's like that's freedom. You ain't ever thinking about it. You're just swiping or whatever.
True.
And you check your account and it's back to full.
I could see the positives for both though. Like 10 million over 3 years, it'll teach you to, look, this is how much I'm getting this entire year. Let me live like this. And then, what if you don't spend, what if at the end of the 3 years, all you spent was $200,000 just because you don't have that type of, lifestyle. When you get to it, you got $9.8 million just sitting there after 3 years, and then you just do whatever you do after that.
And plus, motherfuckers can flip 5Gs in the stock market as well as, the 10 million.
True.
Some people take the 10 million and, make it work. But you can still do the same thing with $5,000.
$5,000, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. You just won't have 10 divided by 3 is what? 3.33, 3.67, some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So if you're getting let's say it's 3.67, you're getting $367,000. I mean, $3,367,000 per year. You can take some of that money and put that to go flip it and still be fucking around with this big ass sum over here and end up with way more than 10 million at the end of the 3, but you're still getting that total, those other 3 millions. You know what I mean?
Right.
The only thing is, you invest that 10 and you take a big loss, well, you're going to have to eat that. That 5G, so I'm going to get that back, bro. Like,
guaranteed.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can only do 5Gs at a time, presumably, unless you've been, stuck right.
You go to the ATM 5 times, you know what I mean? That's 25K. Like
25 Gs. Yeah.
Y'all must not been to an ATM. What ATM let you withdraw $5,000?
Hypothetically, okay, I go into the ATM. Come on, bro.
I'm gonna say, wait, send me to that ATM. I need to
but
take
you know what I mean? Like,
you just go to the teller at that point. Let me get that 5 Gs out of there. Thank you. Get back in line, do the branch.
Yeah.
So,
like, nigga, you be here all day.
Call the cops. And that's another thing. Bank people can get suspicious. He been getting $5,000 every time. And every time I check his account, it say $5,000.
Hey, mind business.
Something is up. The tellers walk in. What is this black guy getting $5,000? I'm gonna dial up the people.
You show up dressed like a bank teller, you're gonna be there all day.
Oh, hell yeah.
What's up, Susan? What's up, Bill? How you guys doing, bro? Yeah, I'll be here all day. Yep, let's get it going. Pop me in.
You saw what they did to Black Youngster, right?
Well, they didn't.
He went and took out $200,000 of his own money from the bank to go buy a car because he only buys his cars in cash.
Mm-hmm.
The bank manager called the cops on this person, and he got detained, laid face down in the cuffs outside of the bank.
Take my money out this bank.
Immediately. I saw this story on the Young Turks.
That's crazy.
And it's the fact that because he was dressed like he normally dresses, jeans, t-shirt, flashy jeans, all that. And he goes in there and takes out $200,000 of his own money from that account. And they think it's suspicious. Let me call the cops. And the cops came and detained this man and had him face down in cuffs.
Give me my money, close that account. Fuck y'all. Like,
I'm gone. I'm out.
Not only, it just boggles my mind because as the bank manager, because with any sum like that, you have to be the bank manager to approve it to get it withdrawn.
Yeah.
Not only did you approve it, you helped count it out.
Yeah.
Right. So that whole time, you call him the N-word. Nigga 2001, nigga 2002, nigga 2000. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't get it, man. He had to prove he is who he was, show that, this is his account, and then he didn't even get an apology. Close that account, take my money, I'm out.
Damn shame, man. If it was a little white kid who went in there and pulled out 200, they would have thought nothing of it.
Nothing of it. They would have called him a daddy's boy, or he's living off of his parents, and they just gave him and gave him money and moved on.
Logical reason. But a dude
you want that in
50s
or hundreds?
Absolutely. But shout out to Black Youngster, man. He handled it like a G. Oh, he's going to tear his V Live down, ain't it? But shout out to Black Youngster. He handled it like a G, man. He did his thing, man.
But back to the original question for you, Lando. Taking that 5K or?
Oh, the smart answer is to say I'm taking the 5K. The hustler's answer is take the 10 million over 3 years because they could probably make that money quick. But that's a hustler's answer. I personally am not a aggressive hustler. I don't have that mentality. I'll be the first to admit it. But smart man's answer is to take that 5K. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I guess we all agree with there.
Oh, sure.
Next up, would you rather do laundry or wash dishes for chores? Say your girl, you wake up, choose which one you want to do, babe. And I'm gonna do the other one. Which one you choosing?
I'll do the laundry because I really hate doing the fucking dishes. Like, I don't know what it is about me and the dishes, man. I buy paper plates, paper cups, plastic cutlery. I don't really like doing them damn dishes, man, with that stuck on shit. Like, just throw the shit in the trash and move on with your life. Shit's irritating to me. Mad irritating. Like, sit there, gotta get that hot ass water, boil your damn hand off, pour a little bleach in it, get the soap going and scrub, and all that nasty food that was stuck on the damn plates is touching you in the hands. If you ain't got no gloves, which I usually don't, your hands starting to wrinkle, the water stink after a little while. Fuck out of here. I'm doing the goddamn laundry.
Like a boy. Hell no.
Rather just put my drawers in the washer and move on.
Washing the dishes.
Easy.
Really?
Washing the dishes. Yep,
Easy.
done, quick. Because the laundry, you got to wait 35, 40 minutes for the washer. Then you got to switch it out, put it in the dryer, wait for it to get done. Then you got to take it out, put it away. Hell no. Washing the dishes.
Man, plan your day better, man.
Once they're clean, that's it, I'm done. I'm walking away. Taking 10 minutes.
You got to do the dishes every day, though. By comparison, you're doing more with the dishes than you are with the laundry.
I'm talking Saturday morning. Y'all wake up and you only got to do it once. Saturday morning chores. You washing dishes or you doing laundry? Laundry gonna last all day.
No, it's not.
Plus, I don't have to sort dishes to wash them. You got to sort loads of laundry, and then you're gonna wash them one by one. Then you're gonna dry them. Then you gotta hang them up, fold them, and all this other shit. That's several loads of clothes, bro. Then you
like two loads, whites and colors.
No, you got lights, darks. You got lights, darks, whites.
Delicates. I mean, you don't. It just depends. Like, and then you got
correctly.
Y'all some fancy ass laundry doers, huh? Look, draw socks and dark shirts, and then you got your whites, like your other, your white laundry, and fuck else. What y'all doing?
Well, you got the whites, that's the shit that takes bleach, and then you got the light colors, that's the stuff that just stays with other light colors like tans, reds, shit like that. Then you got your darks, which is your dark blues, your blacks. You wash all that stuff together.
I don't wear a ton of bright colors to begin with. Maybe I'm just taking this a little too personally because I don't have a lot of colors to begin with.
Me too. I just my wardrobe is pretty much just black.
Yeah.
Like
black or red.
But if you wash, you got a bunch of you and your girl, she got some delicate clothes, nigga. Like you gonna have to take more precaution. And then there's
I gotta do her drawers for her.
Then there's shit that you only hand wash. Yeah, there's shit that's hand wash only. So you gonna be hand washing clothes? Like nah, dog.
I don't think I own anything that's hand wash only. That's crazy.
You might. You probably just still throw it in the washer.
You're probably right. Hey, I'm a real name when it comes to that, boy. You're probably right. But I don't think I own anything that's hand wash only. And then y'all niggas are forgetting something that could be even more simple than all of it. Take your shit to the cleaners.
No. He does it. No, expensive that is.
Yeah, my nigga.
Hey, we get like every time I check the account. 5,000 every time I check the account.
Nah, we ain't in that scenario no more.
Okay, you about to say, yeah, you over trying to mix it together. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'll teach you something. So it looks like I'm man out on that one. Yeah, fuck
wash the dishes. I'm about to sit there and wait to put it in fabric softener at the right time. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
This is just lazy damn shit. I hate the dishes.
She most likely gonna complain about it. Like, why ain't you doing it like this? Why ain't you doing it like that? You can't do that with dishes.
And just hit it with so you want to do it? Get out the way. And now who got to hold all the rest of the day to do whatever they want?
Nah.
I'll finish
Let's see
the
how that
dishes
works
in
out.
10 minutes and I'm out. I'm gone.
Exactly.
Shit.
All right. Yeah, we got you on that one, bro. All right. Last one.
Oh, last one? What happened to Sean? Where'd he go?
Oh.
Yeah, you know, black people don't never keep their phone charged, so you know. Sorry, Sean, you don't get to do the last one apparently.
It was nice having Sean. Yeah, what can you say? You got that 6%. You know, you jumping on the hour-long podcast. I mean,
you made a tough decision right there, bro. We appreciate it. You chose us over your battery life. We appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, hopefully we have him back on soon because it was a good little episode. Let's jump into top 5. You know, let's just wrap it up. Jump into top 5. Give me your top 5 female MCs. Let's show some love to the ladies.
Absolutely, man. I feel like we do too much male, like in like what's the word I'm looking for? Upping, if you will. Like male lifting. Like we always try to, you know, take up for our brothers, which we should, but at the same time, we're not trying to, you know, lower ladies or, you know, belittle ladies. It's just that, you know, this is just how we think and how we are because of our experiences. Definitely. So with this topic, I love female MCs. I wish there was more of them that were more lyrically inclined to be dope rather than sexually inclined to be dope. But with that being said, my top 5, let me think. I'm gonna go from the bottom to the top. Right now, Young MA. She has real bars. She has real fucking bars. Like, yeah, she does her dirty rap from time to time, but she really can flow with some of the big boys, you know what I mean? Like,
definitely.
Her game is tight. I like that. I respect her as a lyricist. Number 4, probably MC Light. You know what I mean? It's gonna be MC Light. You know what I mean? Number 3, we gonna go Remy. Remy got definitely go bars. You know what I mean? Remy out rap most niggas these days, especially with Pat behind her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Number 2, Mia X, Mama Mia. She was doing her goddamn thing.
So underrated.
Extremely underrated. And she was doing her damn thing back then, man. Like, I really do respect her a lot as far as like her lyrics and where she was coming from with it. She never had to talk about her S and a D or, you know what I mean, effing a nigga for some money. You know what I mean? Like, she came with it way differently than most female MCs do these days. You know what I mean? And then like number 1, it's kind of tough, but I'm probably gonna go with Lauryn Hill.
Good one. Yeah.
Lauryn Hill, man. She and it's crazy because she gets that, but when you go over her body of work, there's not even a whole lot of lyrics there. They're just that damn dope.
Yeah. She's efficient with it. Because she has to share verses in a group. And then, I mean, she only had one solo album, and I mean, it was only so many raps on there.
Exactly. And it still makes her good enough on my list to be number 1. So that's my top 5, yo.
That's a solid ass list. Before I give mine, I'm gonna give honorable mention to Rah Digga.
Absolutely. She was if I had to go one more, it would have been Rah.
Tierra Whack, she's pretty nice. She's one of the young ones. And then Jean Grey, she was holding it down in the 2000s. She was doing her thing.
I remember Jean Grey. That's crazy. I remember Jean Grey. Shout out to them. Much love, ladies.
For my 5th, I'm gonna go Eve. I think Eve was like Eve could do a sexy grown-up rap, but like she was one of the few chicks that could also like hang with the boys, and she could kick them gunner ass raps. You know what I mean? And she could like outshine motherfuckers. Like she had to being with Rough Riders, like having like Jada and all them dudes and X and Style, Chic and all them Dragon. So like, yeah, she held her own. I think Eve she just need more, you know, flowers.
Let me cut in real quick because I do have respect for you. Her song "Love Is Blind," that was like first one that let me realize, okay, there's some real fucked up dudes out here. Like when that video,
Oh, definitely.
that's what made me, because I had never seen any type of, like domestic violence. Like I didn't grow up around that or see it in any shape or form. So when I seen it, I was like, what the fuck? Like this shit type of happened. And that was like the first thing I was like, okay, this is what she's talking about. And I'm like, yeah, that was a good ass song. And the video was very,
record.
It was very iconic to me.
Oh,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
Next up, I'm gonna go Rhapsody. She's one of the ones that are popping right now. Real lyrical. She got bars for days. I mean, she's doing it with style. I admire her writing. Light, MC Light. MC
yes,
Light.
sir.
She's like if Rakim and Kane and KRS, they changed the way motherfuckers was flowing back then. Like she was the female version of that, because like she was in that same vein of like, it didn't sound like old school, like the hip, the hop, the hip. Like nah, she was like spitting straight.
Didn't do that Curtis Blow, Melly Mel flow.
Yeah.
Like I get what you mean. It was right. It was lyric. It was like water. The words were, whereas before it was like choppy. You know
it's
what I mean?
more of a modern style where you just spitting like, and she was one of the ones that brought that in. Next up, Ladybug Mecca of Diggable Planets. I really love her because like she got lyrics. She got like one of the dopest voices in rap, and like she's just smooth with it, man. So I really admire her on that level. And then on top, of course, I gotta name the Queen Latifah. She was one of the first like real female MCs where it was like she commanded her respect and motherfuckers gave it. You feel me? Like it was like you wasn't gonna pull none of that shit with Latifah. And I mean, she's just influential in the whole game. Like without Queen Latifah, like this hip hop shit, it ain't the same. Yeah, just one of the best. And plus, she can sing, act, she can do all that shit. But yeah. Definitely Queen Latifah #1.
The reason why Queen Latifah actually didn't make my list is that I can only name like 2 songs. Honestly,
that's all good. Yeah, that's all good. I mean,
I'll just say like it. Other than that, I agree with everything you said. It's just like, yo, I really can't name anything other than UNITY and Ladies Night.
Yeah.
Other than that, I really don't know enough about her as far as lyrically. Even though I had the opportunity to do so, I guess it just didn't draw my attention. Like I guess, like you said, everybody else like gave her respect, and she deserved it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, she got down, like, I mean, she's not as lyrical as everyone, but like when she was on the mic, like you could feel her. You know what I mean? Just like that DMX shit we was talking about, that Pac shit, like you felt Latifah when she performs. That's why you go on YouTube now, you look up, the UNITY live performances, or like, ladies first performances or whatever. She making you feel that shit. So yeah, she's one of those, like, it might not be extra lyrical, but like when she perform it, you know exactly what she means. So yeah.
I dig it, man. That's a solid list though. I like it. I like it.
Sir.
Don't like that you ain't got Lauren on there, but it is what it is. Don't be adding my lady either.
I wanted to put her on there. I felt like I wanted to highlight a few other ones. I kind of thought that you would put that one on there. And plus, I mean, she's an excellent rhymer. But like I see her as a rapper singer more, in a sense.
Right.
Because she's singing a lot, so it's just like, all right.
Absolutely. She sings more than she raps, so it is what it is.
Especially nowadays, so it's like, okay. But I mean, it's all love to learn.
Absolutely. But yeah, man. Shout out to our special guest who had to dip out due to, being a Negro and not charging his phone. Mr. Sean Brazil, man. Yeah, I appreciate him stopping by, showing love, giving his opinions. We hope to have him back real soon. He could be back as soon as next week. Y'all never know. Mr. Marlon, we had another good episode, bro. That's number 7. What you thinking?
I'm loving it, man. I'm loving the momentum we gaining. I'm loving people engaging with our shit, really fucking with us, man. Couldn't ask for more. You know what I mean?
And I just feel like it's not hard. You know what I mean? Like I'm enjoying doing it. I don't feel like it's taxing or let me go do. No, I can't wait to do it. You know what I mean? Wish we could do this like more. I might think about just dropping another podcast just cause. You know what I mean? Shit, just cause I like to do it. So you know what I mean? This shit is getting more and more fun. As you can see, we're growing every week. We love y'all. Mr. Marlon, take us home, man. We out.
All right, y'all be easy and rest in peace, X.
All day. Y'all gonna make us lose our mind up in here, man. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Tell your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your aunties, all that. Especially your aunties, because you know this nigga.
All right, y'all be easy.
Peace.